Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How you doing, Cappies? Welcome to the new week. Let's find out what's going on for you in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn, you're going to hear rain, you're going to hear thunder, all of that going on around me because the windows are open. And also it being Canada Day, where there are still people that are shooting off some fireworks outside. So you might hear some of that in the background too. Let's find out what is going on for you. Let's get some oracles on the table. A couple more. One more, please. Woo, okay, just like that. All right, ask and you shall receive. So it says here, bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Some of you might have a secret admirer out there somewhere. We've got May. Oh, who else got that? Virgo got that. We've got a wall. It says misunderstanding. We've got a teardrop. It says a great personal sorrow. Oh, interesting. Because in Virgo's reading, it was a relationship that broke up. So it could be, if you are dealing with Virgo, maybe this is it. It says here, Beau, you are highly thought of. So it feels like somebody is thinking about you. And we do have, you should accept valid criticism. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I feel like there is some sort of criticism, I think, that you received, and it feels like it may have hurt your feelings, hurt your heart. It feels like it was over a misunderstanding. It may have been back in May, and I feel like you're still feeling the hurtful energy from that. I feel like, it says here, you are highly thought of. So it does feel like somebody realizes that they probably hurt you, broke your heart, hurt you in some way. I feel like somebody feels badly about that. It says a great personal sorrow, and it doesn't necessarily have to be yours, right? Somebody who really does have a high opinion of you may have said something in haste, or maybe you misunderstood them, or it came up to be a misunderstanding, but I think it came out as kind of a criticism, I would say. But this person who you thought was criticizing you, maybe it was a misunderstanding, but this person really does think highly of you. Tell me more about Capricorn, please. Got the World, the Nine of Swords, got the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So somebody said something in haste. It feels like they blurted it out. That's Gemini energy on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this could be something that is happening in the week ahead. So be aware that there might be somebody that you'll have a misunderstanding with. And it could be because we are already in the Mercury retrograde shadow, right? And so there are going to be misunderstandings. Egos are going to be fragile. It is in the sign of Leo. So there could be, scrambled romantic signals or breakups or dramatic situations happening between friendships. So it does feel like since we are already in that shadow phase where Mercury is slowing down in the universe here, it feels like there could be misunderstandings. So we do have, as I said, we have the World card. It feels like there is a shift of energy or something that I feel is closing. A chapter is closing because I feel like whatever happened between you and a person, or maybe it was a misunderstanding at work, take it as it is. Maybe it was a criticism for you at work. We do have the Page of Pentacles here. But it does feel like here that somebody spoke honestly, or what they felt was truthful and honest. But I think it wasn't that they said it, it was the way they said it, because the Knight of Swords is here. They just blurted it out, or they were really aggressive with their words. And Gemini can be very aggressive and very raw in the way that they deliver information. And so we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like if it was in fact the Knight of Swords that delivers the information to you, I feel like you turn into the Queen of Swords and you're like, nah, back your crap up, because I've got boundaries and you don't get to talk to me like that. It feels like this is an energy of somebody who doesn't see your worth, or is treating you like someone who doesn't have worth, or someone who has very little worth. We do have the Sun here, and I feel like that you come to a realization that this is not a relationship, a business partnership, or a friendship. Maybe it's romantic, maybe it's platonic, that you really want in your life. It does feel like it says here, you should accept valid criticism. Now, maybe this was not valid criticism, but it feels like whoever said it, the Knight of Swords, would never admit it. But I feel like the Knight of Swords is somebody who said it and wishes they could take it back. because I feel like it may have been very silent between you and someone else. Maybe you quit the job, maybe you stopped talking to the friend, maybe you broke up with the person. But we do have May here, and so this could have happened back in May. Now I'm just going to say here that we do have a cup here. The cup is like a teacup, so it feels like it was vulnerable to cracks. I'm going to say, like, it was easily cracked. I feel like there was something here that there was already a hairline fracture, or something was already fractured within the relationship between you and the boss, or you and your business partner, or you and the romantic relationship. And I feel like the Nine of Swords tells me that it didn't take very much for things to tip into a place where we can't come back from it. 10 swords, right? The Queen of Swords holds one. The Nine of Swords is here. And with the World card here, it tells me something comes to a permanent end. But I really do believe that it was over a misunderstanding. Now, somebody might be seeing that now after a little bit more wisdom, right? The kings are always having mastered something, right? And I feel like somebody here has maybe grown from the criticism, but also I feel like somebody is seeing someone else for who they are. And I think that who this person was is somebody who speaks out of line, who speaks out of turn, who tends to say something really quickly and then tries to take it back later. I feel like you have been around this before with this person, whatever your relationship is to them. I think they're feeling pretty badly about the way that they treated you or the thing that they said. They might come to you and say, look, you just really misunderstood me. But I think it was a criticism. Now, whether it was valid or not is going to be up to you. Whether a criticism is valid or not is never up to them. It's always up to you. And I really think it's really important to take criticism in and do the self-audit and look at it and say, is this really the way I am, or is this person misunderstanding me? So I feel like somebody here said something about your worth, or maybe it was an argument over finances, or maybe it was an argument over you don't have enough wisdom, because we're looking at pages, and pages don't have a lot of wisdom. They're still learning. So it feels like somebody may have insinuated that you weren't a Queen of Swords, that you were actually the Page of Pentacles. Or maybe someone else got the raise, or someone else got the promotion. Tell me why the Page of Pentacles is here. Tell me why that fell on the floor. Hang on. We've got the Star. It feels like somebody wants to backtrack. The person who I feel feels like this was all a misunderstanding is the person who wants to backtrack. We have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Star. I think that someone wants to try and make something right, or wants to heal the rift. Somebody, the thing is that I feel like this person is willing to give you a very small apology. Like, it almost, with the Star and the Page of Cups, feels like a backhanded apology. It feels like, yeah, I'll say sorry, but I'll say I'm sorry you feel that way. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like it's a real heartfelt apology. I feel like this person, like, it feels like we're arguing between the value of the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're in the Nine of Pentacles energy, pre-Empress energy, which is you, which is Capricorn, right? Capricorn is the pre-Empress energy in the tarot, Queen of Pentacles. And so I feel like somebody was treating you like you had no worth, or treating you like you were on a much lower level, or treating you worse than they would treat somebody else who made more money. I feel like somebody here didn't see your worth, or made some sort of an insinuation that you did not have the fire or the passion to continue forward in this job that you were doing, or in this relationship. We've got the Six of Cups. I feel like these teardrops, and you are highly thought of with this valid criticism. You should accept valid criticism in the misunderstanding. Six of Cups tells me that this could be something that happened a while ago. We do have May, but also that you just can't stop thinking about it. I feel like it's stuck in your memory bank, is what it feels like. It's stuck in the memory bank, and I think that that's why you close the door on this relationship, friendship, whatever it is. The Sun is here, and I think you've had a realization. I think you've had some time to think about it, a couple months possibly, and why you closed the chapter here. I think you've healed from this already, but I feel like you had a chance to think about it, and you've come to a breakthrough or a realization here. Tell me what that is. You've got clarity in the mind here, clarity about a truth. What's the truth? We've got the Four of Swords, we've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the Magician. So I feel like the breakthrough or the truth here is that maybe I just needed to see it from a different perspective. Maybe I just needed to get stability of my mind. I needed to heal a little bit. Maybe I was looking at this through an unhealed lens. And so when it says accept valid criticism, I feel like this criticism was likely not valid. But maybe you felt it because you were feeling some type of way about yourself. Maybe you were working on something that you were working through. It feels like with the Magician energy that you really didn't, until the sun came out, you really didn't see your own worth. So when somebody came at you with the Page of Pentacles and said you're not worth it, I think that they may have said that. You're not worth it. You're not worth the being in a relationship with. You're just not worth the friendship. Like, it feels like that. It really hurt. But I feel like when the sun came out, you finally do see your worth. You realize that you do have all the resources and the skills and the magic to do whatever it is that you need to do. You can manifest whatever you want. I think when the sun comes out, it gives you a different perspective of the situation. But I honestly think that what is done is done. I think that the door is closed and what is done is done. I don't think you're going back there, because I feel like the Ten of Swords for me with the World card is an absolute done deal. When the Death card comes up, it's that. But when this combination comes up, it's an absolute done deal. I don't want to be in this situation again. And I'm taking responsibility for just closing this door. Tell me what the situation was. Tell me about this world here. We have the Nine of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Chariot energy here. So I think that you have come to the realization or the breakthrough that I'm going to be better off without this person, this job, this situation. And so I feel like you stop feeling bad about it, that you're really actually happy with the sun present, that you decided to release it. I feel like it actually propelled you forward or gave you momentum or made you feel brave enough to carry on into the future. Oh yeah? You're going to talk down to me? I'll tell you exactly what's going to go on from here. It feels like you end up getting into this place of the Nine of Pentacles here, and it's because of what somebody said, some sort of criticism that they gave you. It does, for some of you, feel like this could be a relationship. The Six of Cups tells me this could be a friendship, this could be a member of the family, or this could be someone that you consider to be a soulmate friend, or a soulmate member of the family. But I feel that this person made you feel like you had no worth. And just because someone can't see your worth, it doesn't mean you don't have it. And I think that when the sun came out, when you went into this place of perspective, that you decided, you know what, I'm just going to sacrifice it. I'm just never going to go back there. I'm not going to talk to this person. I'm really glad they gave me the feedback that they did, because it made me look over myself, do the self audit. But I've realized after, looking at it a little closer with the sun here, that their criticism was not valid. So tell me what happiness brings you. What are we doing in the next cycle here? We've got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Temperance card, and we've got the Two of Wands. It tells me that maybe you may, if this person decided to reach out to you, that you may speak with them. But I don't think you're willing to take them back into your life, to be honest. I feel like you are healed from this, and I feel like you're just going to move forward. I don't think you're going to reopen the situation. You're not going to let them back in. You know who they are at their core, and anybody who would say something like that to you is not someone that you want in your life. The Two of Wands is here. Somebody is going to take action to try and heal this with you. Five of Pentacles being in the reverse tells me someone wants to reconnect. And then we have the Emperor. It could be a father. It could be finally somebody at the workplace realizes that they shouldn't have said it the way that they said it. And I don't think it was that they said it. I think it was the way that they said it. It feels like somebody here was very controlling or in control, and they tried to control you. And I don't think that they could, Capricorn. And so I feel like this person might be coming back with, like I said, with a half-assed an apology, right? I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry it made you feel that way. They're not actually going to say, sorry, I was wrong. They're going to say, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like I don't feel like the Emperor would ever admit that they were wrong, even if they were. We're going to go into the extended, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this, because we're going to find out if this is a romantic relationship, or if this is a workplace thing, or are you fighting with someone in the family. What are we going to talk about in the extended? We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Fool that is in the reverse, and we've got the Empress. And look, we already saw the Emperor. So for some of you, this could be in a marriage. For others of you, I feel like you walked away, you detached from the situation, but the Fool is in the reverse here. I feel like someone is feeling foolish for having not seen your worth. Empress energy here. They're feeling quite foolish. We're going to talk about who that is and why they feel foolish. We're going to talk a little bit more about this because it feels like the teardrops came from some sort of criticism. What did they say? Feel like it was way back in May, but it feels like it grew you. I'm going to be honest that, it feels like whatever they said, it really made you take a look at yourself. And when you realize that that really wasn't valid criticism, it still made you grow. You had some sort of a breakthrough that made you get clarity of the mind and realize that you needed to get rid of some things in your life. And that's what the Hanged Man is here. And that brought you to this place of, because you cleared out energy, you made room for more. So there is some manifestations coming here, Capricorn. We're going to go into the extended. We've got the Five of Swords. It feels like you are sort of fighting with yourself as to whether you're going to allow this person back into your life or not. Honestly, I don't think that you will, because the World card is here with the 10 swords. But it feels like this person is tugging on your heartstrings, because we have teardrop right here. We have a great personal sorrow. Someone's really going to turn on the waterworks. I'm going to go into the extended. If you'd like to go there and look at the extended as well, please look in the pinned comment. There is a comment there about the membership area. Also, I do have a sale on right now on pre-recorded readings as well as the live readings. 10% off any of the pre-recorded readings. Please go check on my pricing. There is a code in the pinned comment. I'm going to go for now. And if this is where we part, that's cool, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. Thanks, Capricorn. See you soon. See you in the extended if that's where you are. Bye-bye.